Now I will be talking about mentoring. So every college should have the provision for mentoring. So all the faculties in the college will be assigned a group of students. So for these group of students, they will have to talk about their problems. It can be psychological, it can be anything related to academics. Like for example, if a student wants to know what he wants to do after graduation, so they should be in a position to guide him or tell him, okay, these are the different options that you can have. So one is going for employment in private sector, or he can pursue research, or he can go for higher studies. So like these queries like this should be addressed. So it is possible that one of the students is undergoing depression because of any family reasons, any private reasons. So faculty should be able to address these problems. So this is called mentoring. Now when it comes to NAC, it so lot of faculties, what they do is they do mentoring for the students, but they do not have any documentation for the same. So when the NAC team comes to the college for assessment, they generally ask for proof for mentoring. So we have created a module for mentoring, so I will be explaining how it works. So this is the link. Now once you log in, so you have a tree structure here. Now there is something called mentoring home. If you see here, this is the mentoring home. Click on mentor home. There is something called mentor assign. As I told you, a group of students will be assigned to a particular faculty. Now this is the admin login. You can actually select the faculty. So we have draft faculties added here. So you can select the faculty, so and also select the course and the batch, like the batch of students which have to be assigned to him. Now MBA and then 2013 batch. So this is the draft student name that is appearing here for 2013 batch MBA. This is the student. So however, so if there are 50 students in MBA 2013 batch, the 50 student names appear here. So you can select the students that you want to assign to this particular faculty. Here it is Suman Nandi. So you can select the students that you want to assign for this particular faculty. You can just either you can do select all, or you can select the individual students that appear here using the checkbox, and then click on assign. So once you click on assign, so whichever students have been selected, they get assigned to this particular faculty. So this is called mentor assign. So after that, there is another option here. It is called goal setting. So in goal setting, the mentor, so the mentor has to discuss various topics. Now being an admin, you can actually decide the goal. I mean, you can actually set goals. Like you can select the course again, batch, and select the students. So 2013 batch, there was only one student added, so that student name is appearing here. If you have more than 20-30 students, the entire list will appear in the drop down list. So you can select the goal type. Is it a professional goal? As I said, professional goal can be getting into private sector, getting a job. And then personal can be, he or she might be going through a personal crisis. It can be depression, it can be any other psychological reason. Now academics, I mean, he might want to know what he wants to do after graduating, higher studies, research, about placement. You can select the goal type, and you can see the percent. You can like decide the percentage completed. For example, if it is a professional goal, how much the percentage completed, it can be divided into stages. Professional goal, for example, one is after your graduation, if you're undergoing any training, professional training, that is the second stage. Third stage would be getting a job. So how much of that is completed, so that percentage can be given here. The goals have been met, yes or no, and then what is the goal, the comments the mentor has can be written here and then added. So whatever you add for that particular student appears in the grid view. Likewise, you also have mentor history. Mentor history is basically all the mentoring discussions that you have had with different students. I mean, the admin will be able to see all the discussion. He can select the faculty, he can select the student and see the discussion, the mentoring details here. So this will only be visible to the admin. So if there are a lot of faculties who are mentors, they will not be able to see each other's details, each other mentees details. Only the admin will be able to view the same. Now in mentor home, so there are other things like discussion topic. So we have a forum where the mentor and mentee can actually have a discussion. Now, for example, there are a lot of students that are added here, draft students. You can select the student the topic name and then add the discussion topic. So you can actually have a discussion about the topics that have been listed here. So you can have a document for the same. You can also have mentor message. The mentor can actually send messages to his mentees. He can select the students under that have been grouped under him, and then he can actually send messages to them. For example, there is a query, a student has a query with, I mean, he gets a query after maybe the college hours. He can actually send a message to the faculty. The faculty will be able to reply back to the student. Now there is also an option called profile mapping. So this profile mapping exercise can be done to the students to understand their interests. Like for example, it is generally done for the third year students. So in third year, I mean, if it is a degree course, it is a 3 years course. So after the third year, if the college wants to know what their inclination is towards, it can be higher studies, it can be research, it can be private sector, government sector, to understand their inclination and actually give them career guidance. So this profile mapping can be done. So we have a module for that as well. So the details about profile mapping will be discussed in another module. So the mentor and mentee discussions can happen. The mentor can actually document the details about what discussions he has had with the students. He can set goals. He can actually view the history. Admin will be able to have a dash. He can actually have a dashboard view of whatever is happening. So this way he'll be able to monitor the activities of the mentor and mentees as well.